Hello, welcome back to Tarot by Lodestone Productions, where we help you discover your true north. I am Aditi, and this is a message for whenever this message reaches you, because Spirit is not bound to our time and space continuum, and so the only time by which we tell time is divine time. Dig what I'm saying? So let's check our spiritual voicemail. We can do another one and see what's what. Shall we? Do let's. Here we go. Barely made it. Barely made it. 4 Wands. New foundation, new baseline. You pass, but you pass by the skin of your teeth. 9 of Swords, there's a whole lot of shoulda, wouldas going on. I could have done this better. I could have done that better. But the Tower is here. It's like, look, you did what you needed to do. You did what you could do any amount of time. This was going to happen regardless. So this effort that you made to barely make it here, it's enough. It's enough. Even, and also with this 9 of Swords, that's almost like the impossible question. If you could have done something different, you would have done something different, right? Lovers, 3 of Pentacles, and Page of Swords. You know what? It's no sense in crying over spilled milk. You've got your new baseline. You have new choices to make, new things to build, and new thoughts to think. Also, new love to have with the Ace of Cups. It's fantastic. High Priestess, you've also received an enhancement in your gifts. Things are, an enhancement. Either you're getting gifts that you didn't have before, and they are being revealed to you, or the gifts that you are familiar with are growing. One moment. Dude, come on. Come on. Thank you. Every time. Every time. So either new gifts or enhanced current gifts. Yeah. 9 of Pentacles. It's bringing you some internal joy about it too. Like, yeah, this is okay. We can work with this. We can deal with this. I like how this is going. Yeah. So we've got the Queen of Pentacles. One moment, please. If you come in here and set up shop and lick your butt again, I'm going to issue you out, and I'm shutting the door behind me. Why is it always when it's time for me? Not playing with you. Gorgeous. Not doing it. All right. So yes, you're okay with this position. Also, you see more than what is currently being let on. All right. You can look down the line and see where the abundance is going to grow. You may not know how it's going to grow, but you can see it coming. Then we've got Strength and the 10 of Swords. Knowing that your biggest adversary is going to be you. Oh, you wanted to shut that up. Yes, your biggest adversary is going to be you. Yeah. You are going to find yourself in positions where you're going to have to strong arm yourself into moving into the appreciative side of the Ten of Swords, understanding that these lessons are difficult and necessary, and without them you would not be able to see this Queen of Pentacles vision come to fruition. And we've got the Emperor, the King of Pentacles, Page of Wands, rejuvenation, Eight of Cups, and the Fool. Hell yeah. All right. So you're not really arguing with yourself as much as you used to. Not arguing, but bargaining. And bargaining for your limitations. You are coming away from that because it didn't work. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that even when you were bargaining for the limitations, it was to make someone else comfortable. Yeah, and those days are over. It's about you and your comfort with what it is that you're doing, which means that selling yourself short is no longer on the menu. King of Pentacles is here backing that right on up. Like, yeah, I know that we know what it's like to be without, but we're going to see what it's like to be with for a long time, not just a minute. Yeah. Page of Wands coming through with the understanding that all of these things are temporary, right? The hard times, the trials and the tribulations, all of those things that kept you restricted, reserved, small, thinking that small part was going to be that you were doing the work for the greater good. Understanding that you can be bold and you can be out loud, and that can also be for the greater good if you have yourself in alignment with what Spirit has for you. All right, rejuvenation, Eight of Cups, and the Fool. The new and new. Get always donut. God is doing a new thing. Get always donut. God is doing a new thing. Bringing some things up that you had either thrown away or that you thought were dead. Bringing back some ideas, bringing back some trains of thought, bringing back parts of you that you had squandered, parts of you that you had chopped up to make yourself small. Yeah, we're walking away from that and we're stepping in to a brand new path with these parts of you that you thought were unnecessary. But they're not. It's so great. All right. Got the Knight of Wands here, Mr. Valor, Wheel of Fortune. Spirit coming in and saying, absolutely. Let's go ahead and walk in this new timeline, shall we? Page of Pentacles, keeping track of the comings and goings. Two of Wands, moving in a new direction. Nine of Cups, being solid in yourself and what it is that you have to offer. And the Knight of Swords, cutting through a lot of information in a very short period of time. Sifting through a lot of things, but also being aware, staying hyper vigilant, like on it, on it. Ace of Pentacles, new financial opportunity is ahead. Knight of Pentacles, it's been coming for a long, long time. That's what she said, write that down. But it's been coming for a long, long time. All right. Two of Cups, as is this new love that is coming in. Now, for those of you who have followed my page for a while, you know that I don't really focus on the romantic aspect. I don't like to spend a lot of time on what others are doing. The primary focus of the channel is to see how what we are doing internally reflects externally. But the way that this is coming through and the way that it's showing up in this reading today, this is like the beginnings of a new love. Yeah. Temperance, there's healing, there's balance, there's alchemy, making something out of nothing, seemingly nothing. Gold out of iron. Yeah, gold out of iron. Like, I think people, when we look at the Temperance card, and I know I don't focus on it a lot when I'm reading, but it takes a lot of knowledge, research, practicing and failing before reaching this level of temperance here. The learning curve to get to temperance is very steep, and sometimes the repercussions are quite costly. But once you get it, and once you recognize and apply the principles of being present with being detached, much like a cat, and recognizing how precious and precocious that balance can be. But once it's achieved, it's a beautiful thing, but it's also a restorative. Where is it? Restorative. Yeah. It's going to bring back some stuff. Feel me? Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, good. Yeah. Restorative. Ace of Swords. And with that restoration comes a surety within oneself, not only about what it is that you're about, but also what it is that you know. You are less susceptible to people playing in your face. You have no problems calling it out. And even if they want to double down on their bullshit, you're just like, nah, man, I'm not buying it. I'm just not buying it. Because I know what I know. And it doesn't matter how loud you try and tell me that I don't know it. I know it. So you just play hoops with that. But I am standing firm in what I believe to be true. Having conviction. Yeah. And you got the 5 of Cups. You know what? Sometimes that's going to alienate some people, especially some people who have been getting away with playing in your face. Now, because of that, there may be times when you look back on what was with a little extra melancholy, right? Forgetting that the 2 of Cups is actually ahead of you. You think that standing in your power and knowing what you know and asserting yourself in this knowledge is going to cost you friends. But anyone who is going to call themselves a friend of yours is going to be supportive of you standing on your own convictions, standing in your truth. Because if you don't do that, you're not being true to yourself. And if you're not being true to yourself, how are you going to be a true friend? You feel me? Like, people who really give a shit about you want you to be your best self. And those who walk away because you're being your best self, well, either they're not supposed to be for you in this timeline, or they actually really did mean you harm. And if that's the case, they need to be over here with these 3 overturned cups. Look back on the mess that's a party, but understand that that's a after party mess. That's garbage. Bodily fluid. Half drinking drinks. You know what happened at that party. You're not going to consume any of that. Ew. Just get the construction size garbage bag and start throwing the bottles in. Because nothing after this party is going to be useful. I mean nothing. And by party, I mean the 3 of Cups. Chariot, moving forward. 7 of Cups, having 7 of Cups, new levels, new devils, more parties, more opportunities for you to sharpen this Ace of Swords of conviction. All right? Because 9 of Wands, this level is going to be more difficult. Well, that's what happens when you get a promotion. You've got the Star. Well, yeah. Because when you're the Star, the air is thin up there. It's difficult. It's a little more difficult to breathe because the air is thin up there. It's cold too. But oh my goodness, it's peaceful. You don't have all of the noise of this to get in the way. You have all the space and the opportunity to shine as brightly as you can, and then just a little bit more after that. Page of Cups, which is also going to get you to tap into some new emotional content that hasn't been around. You know, this new emotional content, it feels really sweet. Really sweet. It's gonna be nice. I can feel it, like just happy days are here again. And then you've got the 7 of Wands rounding us out. This is protection here. 100% grade A protection. Thank goodness. You know, it's taken a long time to get to this spot. You have readers that have been talking about coming to this position for years, you know, and we're getting to the point now where we're starting to see some of these like long-term predictions come to fruition. And a lot of it has to do with like our personal growth as individuals. This is a hero's journey, no matter which way you cut it. You learn so much about yourself through the other people that are in your life, right? And when you get to this point, it's like, you know, the light goes on, the light turns on, and all of a sudden you are open to all these different avenues of what could be. And it's amazing. But also because you have been without hope for so long, when you get this glimpse of real hope coming back, there is this desire to protect it and let that hope stay around for a while. Because you want to remember what this feels like. And you want to be able to preserve the gift of sweetness that only hope can provide. And you want to set it aside somewhere where it doesn't get crushed, it doesn't get beat up. All right. Thank you for taking the time to hang out with me today. And until we meet again, remember to be good to yourselves and to each other. I will see you next time. Bye now.